It's our last day before we split up.
Good morning, folks. Since we left Cambodia, we didn't film any of Ivan and I at the airport. Our plane was supposed to leave at 11 o'clock in the evening. Didn't take off till about something like 1:30, I think, in the morning.
Little tradition that we have.
Rachel's tradition.
Or Rachel's tradition. When she goes on a flight, she always sprays on some Calvin Klein Eternity.
Keeps us aloft.
Keeps the plane in the air.
Here you go.
This is the for women one, but
That's the tradition. Don't want to break the tradition. And we arrived about 3:30. Couldn't get the bus till 9 o'clock, so we had to spend from 3:30 till 9 trying to get some sleep. And we've got 3 chairs each. You know, those plastic chairs that are all contoured, and lying across those plastic hard chairs. And then the bus trip, 5-hour bus trip back to the marina. Now we are here alone, just the 2 boys, Ivan and Daddy time, and I'm missing everyone.
It's so hot here. We brought some chocolate with us to have on the trip, but it's just fully melted. So we have an idea. We're gonna go down to the beach and like the water's like pretty cold. But we're gonna see if the water will act like a fridge and like solidify the chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean it's still a bit soft, but I just want to eat it, so I'm just gonna eat it. Yeah. It's actually like somewhat solid. Wow. Still tastes fine. Life hacks, baby.
Hello everyone, I'm back in New Zealand, back into training. This is where I've been living for the past year or so. It's an amazing spot. I'm so lucky to be able to train here. I've been living with Gary and Kim now, and Kahu and Sam for over a year. Being able to kind of do my own thing, training and working around here, and then still getting out of race and, you know, be going fast, but doing, you know, it different to everyone else. It's been really cool. So here is the boat shed. One of these is Mahe Drysdale's old boat, one's Eric Murray's and one was Hamish Bond's. Some pretty awesome boats to throw in. So how it's been working these last few months, I've been doing most of my training out of here, but I'll head over to Karapiro and train with the Waikato Rowing Club every couple of weeks usually. It'll probably become, I have to go every week leading into nationals, which is in about a month. But yeah, it's worked real well. It's been awesome, as I said, being able to do my own sort of thing here. I mean, we've done some pretty ridiculous stuff. Kahu and I, we did a 24-hour challenge on the rowing machines. We took a rowing machine up the Mount Maunganui here in Tauranga. Yeah, she doesn't get out much, so we thought we'd take her for a little walk. You know, the mount looked pretty big this morning, bigger than usual. In life, we meet these mountains blocking our way to our goals. We just got to take that next step, and you can reach the top. Yeah, it's been real fun.
I've returned to Ipswich because my mum's in hospital and because she's broken her hip.
How long since you last saw her?
4 years.
Oh my
4 years since I last saw my mother. Too late. God, too late. She's gone.
Oh, hello, darling. I'm being mean and capturing it all.
How are you doing?
Nice go.
Like it.
From your water. Oh my.
Are you happy?
Yes. Oh God, yes, you can go now.
So I have exchanged the tropics for the cold winter of England. It's not that bad actually. It's 10 degrees. I look like it's a lot colder, but I do feel the cold. But this is where I grew up. This is Ipswich. This is one of the parks of Ipswich, Chantry Park. Beautiful tree-lined avenue. It's actually not a bad place, but I couldn't wait to get out of here. I've learned to appreciate my hometown a lot more when I haven't lived in it. It's very nice to come home, see all the little cottagey type buildings and the tiny little roads. Suffolk's not actually a bad place. It's quite famous for the people who've grown up here. Lots of famous people. Thomas Wolsey, who was the Cardinal Wolsey to Henry VIII. Ed Sheeran grew up just up the road. Guess that's it. So Wolsey himself went to Ipswich School. The school was established in the 1300s, not on this site, it was another spot in Ipswich. So Thomas Wolsey went there, some other great people went there. My father was a teacher there, and it's the only school that's named in a Shakespeare play. Facts.
We're in Pangkor Marina. We have planned to do a haul out here, but I've just discovered that their trailer doesn't fit our boat, where our boat doesn't fit their trailer. We were planning to do a whole bunch of stuff here, particularly getting the bearings of our rudders replaced. We could have got the parts sent here, and while we're waiting we could have hung out at they've got this cool little air-conditioned library where the Wi-Fi is. You could do your internet stuff there. But that's not going to happen. We're going to have to shift up to another marina further north of here called Reback. In the meantime, I have discovered they have a machine here that polishes diesel, which we have had problems with in the past, blocking up our filters. So hopefully this will go some way to remedying that problem. And who doesn't want shiny diesel, hey? So I've sucked it out from the tank into the 44 gallon drum. It just happened to be the right number of litres, because the tank was about less than 200 litres in the main tank, potential 300. And now we're reversing it, so it's getting a double flush. Well, what I'm probably going to do it twice more. I'll probably suck it all out again, put it back in again, and each time it's filtering it a bit more. But each time I'm trying to swish up the bottom too, flow it around, try and knock up anything off the bottom, all the sludge. So it's pulled the air filter up. It looks clean on the outside, but then, oh, look at that. Oh yeah, whoa. Oh, it's pulled out a lot of stuff, eh? Oh yeah, okay. Happy with that. I'm happy with that. Well, stone the crows. It's 4:45. Pangkor Island Marina. We are on our way. I've got to get up Ivan, and we've got a little stowaway. Ollie, there he is. Wakey wakey. Ollie's going to join us. A mate of Ivan's, one of the other sailing kids. He came aboard last night for this early start, and it's just the three of us. How you feeling, Ollie?
Great.
That's the spirit. How about you, Ive? Uh-huh. We're ready to roll. We're heading for Penang and then Langkawi. I was just sitting here at the helm, and I saw some red lights out in front of me. Then I heard some noise behind me, and of course it was a fishing boat, and it was right on our tail. The next thing I saw another boat there. Do you know when you see, sometimes you see on the roadside, you could be on a road that's got no traffic at all. You might be cycling, for example. And this happened actually a lot when Rachel was training for the World Champs Triathlon, and when she was out cycling, she'd have this experience. She'd be cycling along and there'd be no cars on the road for like 5 minutes. And then suddenly there'd be 2 trucks pass, and they'd pass right at the point where she was actually cycling. And that's kind of how it was here. We had 2 boats coming up behind us, and we had another fishing boat coming at us. So it became 4 boats all crossing at one point at the same time. Crazy. But we live to tell the story. I don't know how we do it for the money. It's a lovely day. We've got 8 knots apparent wind, 30-35 degrees. We've got the main and Genoa up, full main, full Genoa. Oh. We've been dodging a few flagpole boys with flagpoles, and that's been no problem. We are going to a little island that's just southwest of Penang. I think it's going to be a nice little spot to anchor for the night. No, I'm not going to do the whole thing again. I've just noticed that the visuals are bad. This is how that last scene should have looked. A bit lesser, brightened out.
So call me a man on a mission. I'm guilty by my own admission. Locked up but I break free. No chains could ever take me. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop now. Stay just a bit longer. We can talk about it later. Hold me a little closer. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop now.
Just got the police here just checking up on us, making sure we are legitimate and everything that goes with that. I've just given them my boat registration, passports, just routine stuff. I think we should give you a bit of context of why we think the police came up to us. The three of us went in a couple of hours ago. We went into this jetty just here.
And started lighting up.
It started lighting. I don't see, what's the problem, officer? Anyway, just walked over a little barrier at the end of the start of the jetty, and then we started walking into the sort of main footpath, and suddenly the 3 dogs came running out at us, bark, 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 and next minute the dogs alerted a security guy who was in a little shed that we were there. We were just walking past, heading off into the, and he came out kind of barking at us too. What are you doing here? Who are you? Are you on that boat? And we said, yeah, we're on that boat. And he said, you must go, this is private property, get out of here. He was quite angry and rude.
Yeah.
He didn't give us we were guilty, man. We were guilty as charged. I probably flamed the fire a little bit because he was wearing a mask. And one of his questions, he asked me a question, I think it was like, who are you, I think, or something. And I said, why are you wearing that mask? I didn't answer his question. So we left, we wandered back to the thing. And then
me and Ollie left.
Then he started following us out. That's right, he started following us out. So we were leaving, and then he started following us out and getting on his phone after we'd done everything he'd asked us to do, and started getting on his phone. So I said, hey, is this another boat coming south? Looks like
round 2.
Could be round 2.
This will be him personally.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the end of the vlog to witness the very prestigious Penang Island water park flipper of the day. As you will note, the competitors shoot down the slide to attempt their most graceful entry into the pool below. Even Rob has thrown his hat in the ring. It is harder than it looks. I am of course referring to the feel of the water as one after another the challengers crash, bash and flip-flop into the tank. Unfortunately, there can only be one victor. After a dazzling backflip, Ivan secures run-up position, but it is Ollie's glittering tuck and entry that crowns him flipper of the day. Arise, young star.